Hey everyone, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. Yet another Heretic Let's Play video in particular. Today we're going to be playing through the final episode, the one I still can't pronounce, of Heretic Shadow of the Serpent Riders for the PC, MS-DOS in particular. Again, we are using the Z-Doom source port, which is a great way to experience these old Doom Engine games on a modern operating system without having to mess with DOSBox or any other emulation programs or something like that. So once again, we are playing on the hardest difficulty mode. And as usual, this doesn't save my settings, so I need to disable free look. Allow free look off. And we do have the typical auto aim on. Auto aim was standard for Doom Engine games. And so basically, as you can see, I'm moving left and right. I am not aiming up and down, and that was standard for classic Doom Engine games. However, in Heretic, I did remember eventually that you can look up and down in Heretic. It was usually mapped to something like page up and page down. What's actually kind of interesting is that Z-Doom doesn't allow you to map that, from what I can tell. So I don't have the original keyboard look functions, but if you do want that in the Z-Doom port, you can always just enable mouse looking in the options, the gameplay options. And once again, for anybody that's new stumbling upon this, you can always hit the minus key or plus key to adjust the screen size and bring back the original HUD. But I like this HUD because we're playing at a low resolution, so I like a larger screen size. Alright, so again, we're on the hardest difficulty mode. This is going to be difficult, so let's just get right into it and start running around in circles, and we might end up dying quite a bit. And I'm gonna run straight through here. There's gonna be a crossbow to pick up. I'm gonna run straight back because these guys are dangerous. And then on this part, what I'm gonna do is probably just try to run in circles. On this episode, the mummies have a tendency of starting to attack heavily with projectiles. And the mummy projectiles have homing properties, slight homing properties, kind of like the Revenant rockets in Doom 2. The homing property isn't as strong on these mummies, fortunately, but it is still there, so you have to be very, very careful. So as you can see, I'm just going to try to play it safe, get behind cover eventually, kind of like this. Try to let some of the enemies take each other out. I don't know how that mummy got down there. So Heretic, compared to Doom, I find to be far more difficult than Doom. And that's definitely the most apparent on the fourth and fifth episodes in this game. This Let's Play is probably going to take us about 2 hours to get through. Part of the reason for that is just Heretic is difficult. Enemies take longer to kill, there are way more projectiles to dodge. Enemies are also in very trollish kind of locations. Heretic really likes to troll the player. And so it can be quite frustrating. We're going to be quick saving quite a bit throughout this playthrough. I'm gonna try to take out some of these guys from down below. Ooh, got hit. Getting hit right now is bad because there aren't many options to refill my health, unfortunately. Alright, so we're gonna come back through here, and I'm gonna go ahead and quick save it. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of quick savings. Let's just make a new save file. I kind of want to go back and revisit my initial save file, which has me stuck at the episode 3 boss. I want to kind of go back and see if I can beat that boss sometime. So what I'm going to do is just kind of sit down here, just run back and forth, try to avoid these projectiles. Take these guys out. I'm gonna have to eventually go up top there, so that's why I'm trying to take them out down here. Just like that. If we run over here, these pillars come down. There'll be some health, more health. Alright, got 100 armor, and then we also got, also got our yellow key, got some power-ups. Let's go ahead and save it. I'm going to go ahead and use this invisibility power-up. Doesn't really do a whole lot, but... Alright, so what I want to do first is come over to this right-hand side, or we're going to veer right in this maze-like set of corridors, because you got the Dragon Claw, which is easily one of the best weapons in the game. And basically what I'm going to be doing is just be trying to take out all these mummies that I can, because what'll happen is if I don't, they're going to eventually get triggered and then gang up on me while I'm most likely trying to take out something more important. There are a couple of tricky sections in this the set of corridors. The lights start to go out and things like that. So I'm going to use this trick here a lot throughout this gameplay video. Or this playthrough. Kind of like Wolfenstein 3D style. Literally just sit around the corners. Since so many enemies are projectile based, their projectiles won't be able to go around the corners, but I can still hit them with my hit scan weapons. Which is this default wand and the Dragon Claw. Those are the two hit scan weapons that you have. See, I'm doing damage to him, but his projectile's not going past the wall. So, really, really good trick to know in this game. Especially on the hardest difficulty mode that I'm playing on right now. On lighter difficulty modes, you might be able to get away with, you know... riskier attacks, but... I am playing it safe. For the most part. Alright, so this part right here, we need to flip this switch, which lowers, oops, we have to go up here, I forgot. Grabbing this egg lowers these walls. And again, just like before, I'm going to use this hit scan technique. You got some nasty enemies here. But we're going to take advantage of the old Wolfenstein 3D style of attacking. I'm actually hitting the guy. It probably doesn't look like it to most of you, but trust me, I am making contact. Oh, that's not good. Damn tornadoes, man. I have to wait for the tornadoes to go away. Alright, you know, I can't see, so we're gonna go ahead and use the torch. These tornadoes last so long. I just got hit by one. There we go. I think there's another one, yeah. Oh, he just died. Good. Must be a mage over there. Yep. We can use the same technique on these wizards. Alright, so flipping that switch and lowering that area should have raised our staircase outside. Should have. And yep. And we just picked up a chaos device, which we're probably going to use a couple of times in this playthrough. And we got the Hell Staff, which is a pretty good weapon. We're going to be using that a lot too. And as you can see, I'm quick saving a lot, and you really have to. Alright, so we just triggered some of those axe wielding guys. Just take advantage of this hit scan technique. And the fact that those guys are down below. Now the thing about this weapon right here is that it does actually have some spread if you just keep holding down the fire button. However, if you keep tapping it one by one, it'll always shoot straight forward. So it's the same with this weapon. You can see how the bullets are going all over the place, but if you tap it just once, it always shoots where your crosshair is. So as you can see, I'm playing it really safe, and that's intentional, pretty much, because this level is tough. Pretty much every level in this episode is tough, but some are tougher than others, and kind of what happens in Heretic is the first level is usually the hardest because you have the least amount of ammo to work with. That's especially true on episodes 3, 4, and 5. So we got the green key. We need to come back here and open up the green door. There's going to be another switch to flip. Alright, so this is where our blue key is. And what I'm going to be doing is switching over to the Morph Ovum. Just to take some of these guys out really quick. I can barely see. I'm going to go ahead and use that Mystic Urn. The Mystic Urn gives you all your health back. Okay, so the trick here is there's actually a wall you can walk through. And it should be right here. It took me a while to figure this out. Because basically these walls come up and you can't get back out, unfortunately. You have to find this walk-through wall. So, episodes 4 and 5, in some cases, require you to find secrets, basically, in order to get out of certain situations. On episode 4, on the final level, you had to find a secret to get a key you needed. Not my favorite kind of design choice, but it is a design choice, I guess. Episode 5 requires you to go through that walk-through wall. Alright, so this is where things get interesting on this episode, and I'm going to try to use a bit of a trick here. You basically have to use your Wings of Wrath to get across this lava to flip a switch. I know, it's kind of crazy, right? But the problem is when you go over there, the walls come down, you have a bunch of those skull face things that shoot the tornadoes at you, but then you also have a Molitor, which can kill you pretty much instantly. So one thing I can do here is use my Wings of Wrath to fly up. I'm going to come get this armor right here. Don't worry about that wizard guy. And don't worry about that wizard guy. Just not even going to worry about them at all. And what I'm going to do is use my invincibility. I need to at least flip that switch. What I'd like to do is try to get some of these items. I don't actually have to kill any of these guys. I just needed to flip that switch. And then that's it. So let's just get out of here. I am not dealing with those guys. So if you don't get the invincibility, that part is just insanely difficult. You just have to die in quick load over and over again. So we're on to level 2. And I'm just going to quickly sort of make my way down here. Kind of skip a lot of these guys for now. We're going to be coming back, and I'm going to have to take care of them eventually. But for now, I'm just going to stay down here. There's actually a secret we're going to encounter that's just going to put us right back at the beginning, which is where we need to be anyway. Yeah, I can flip this switch. Yeah, my nose keeps itching today. I always hate it when that happens when I have to do a Let's Play, because I have to stop and like scratch my nose every few seconds. It's really annoying. Ugh, I'm not even sure why. Maybe like an allergic reaction to something, I'm not sure. Okay, so this area right here... Not right here in particular, kind of behind me. Just want to deal with these enemies first. This area right here has some tricky parts to it. First, I want to try to take these guys out in the top. Big reason is you can see there's some health vials, and I don't want to be shot at when I go to grab those health vials. Mainly because I'm going to be taking damage already. Because I have to run across this lava. But these quartz flasks, that's really good. I mean, it's 6 of them. That could definitely save me. Now we've also got an interesting little troll section here. The wall comes up behind you, and you can basically die like this. I just wanted to demonstrate that, which is why I quick saved it. But what you really want to do is just go straight forward. There's that 200 armor, and it puts us right out where we need to be anyway, so... And I need to come through here. And it looks like we've got a backpack here, which we already got a backpack on the previous level. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. Secret wall, apparently. Oh, I see. I see. It's funny, that didn't register as a secret. Maybe this part will. Yep. Got a morph ovum, so... So yeah, flipping this switch actually lowers this tiny elevator, which will take us back up to the top. Now I'm going to try to take these guys out, since I do have to eventually go up there. And try to take these guys out too while I'm at it. But since a lot of these guys are just projectile based, just circle strafing like crazy, does wonders in this game. It also helps to try to target the same enemy in the groups of enemies. That way you can take out your enemies quicker, one by one. Every enemy you take out is one less projectile being fired at you, so you can look at it that way. Whenever you fight big groups of enemies, you really, in FPSs like this, you really want to be smart about what you target. Otherwise, big groups of enemies can be extremely overwhelming and dangerous. Alright, so we need to come back. And if I really, really wanted to... Actually, I kind of want to. I can try to come back. Yeah, you know what? Let's mess around with this, because there's a Phoenix staff in here. Bam. I didn't even think to try to get that. The Phoenix staff is a great, great weapon. Very, very powerful. So we need to come back here. This is opened. If I really wanted to, I can use the Phoenix. Ooh, ow. That was a bad time to use it. Fortunately, there's plenty of health. So what's interesting here is these green explosive things, they actually respawn infinitely as far as I can tell. So you need to be really careful in that area not to blow yourself up. I always get confused in this part, so yeah, we need to come back and then go this way. Got my quartz flasks equipped. I'm going to try to actually come back here. Just use the hit scan technique. Make it so his projectiles can't hit me, but I'm hitting him. And with the Dragon Claw, you can take those big skull things out really quickly. Good thing about your little default magic wand here is it's actually not half bad for a default weapon. If you can, you know, dodge the projectiles of enemies, you'll find that it actually does moderate damage. Not great damage, but not horrible damage either for how fast it fires. And it's good to eventually switch over to it just to conserve ammo on other weapons, because you're always picking up little orbs, little item orbs for this weapon. And it goes pretty much all the way across the screen as far as I can tell. So as long as you're tapping the fire button so you're always shooting in the same spot, you're making contact and doing just as much damage from a long distance or long range as you would be up close. See, look at this. I'm just taking these guys out. And there's always ammo for it, just all over the place. So there's more ammo. Like, we're gonna have full ammo for that weapon by the time we get to the end of this level. So, alright, we're kind of running in circles now. But we got the green key, so I do need to come back. Now this room is a little annoying because you can see how the lights are constantly dimming. It's hard on the eyes when you're playing this game. There's so much visual fidelity in this game. I don't even know if fidelity is the right word. Probably not. There's so much going on visually that, you know, from like your projectile weapons to the enemy animations and how big the enemies get in front of you to, you know, the death animations and blah blah blah, and all of that layered together with the lights dimming constantly is really hard in my eyes. I might not have said that as a younger teen, but as a adult now who's aging, my eyes are not as good as they used to be, so it actually gets kind of annoying. Alright, so we need to come back down. Actually, crap, I forgot where to go. Okay, no, we're good. It's like, aren't I supposed to get a blue key? It's like, I'm not. In most levels you have to get a blue key, but in this level you don't. So we're gonna run across this and then just run down here and just say, screw you guys. And that's the exit right there. Kind of an interesting little format. You have to run over a platform which makes the exit appear. So this is the beginning room of this level, and we're on level 3. Okay. Eventually these walls come down and reveal some enemies, but also some ammo. So it's always good to keep an eye on this room. You kind of want to come back to replenish some of your health. You can see there's a bunch of health vials here. And let's do this. Alright, so I've got to watch out here because there's a skull guy down on the bottom floor. There's a bunch up top here. They're kind of gated in, so their projectiles don't always go through those gates or go past the gates. So what's really cool is you can use these... I'm getting hit from behind. Gotta take these guys out first. You can use these candlesticks to block their projectiles. I might as well just switch over to this weapon. Like, you can't even see the enemy, but I'm hitting them, and they're not hitting me. So even with the occasional spread here on this weapon, I'm still hitting these guys every time. Bam, just like that. Get an invincibility power-up, which we definitely will be using later. Remember, Heretic is tough, and it's got some really trollish sections, especially from here on out. Especially from here on out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually try to take some of these guys out from down here. If the game lets me. Alright, let's come back up top to do that. Get on an even level with these guys, basically. Alright, they're all gone, which is good. But we're going to come back down to... switch over to the Hell Staff for this part. Actually, no, we're going to switch back to our little wand. Take advantage of this hit scan style of gameplay. Because these guys have very rapid fire projectiles, so it's These are guys you especially want to get caught up behind a corner of a wall. The AI is not particularly smart in this game, so, you know, getting them caught up on a corner is a good way to take them out without a whole lot of work or effort. Any more wand ammo down here? I didn't think so. Well, there's a little bit. Alright, so now we need to go up these stairs. And we'll just kind of, you know, skip a lot of these guys. Just like Doom, in really big rooms with lots of enemies, you can try to get the enemies to fight each other. So you don't have to waste your ammo on every single enemy. You can let some of the enemies take each other out. And that'll allow you to take out the entire room a little bit faster. So what I'm going to do is actually switch back over to the Phoenix staff. Take out some of these guys from down below. Oh, I ran out of ammo. That was unexpected. So I'm going to switch over to my Dragon Claw then. Because I'm going to have to come back through this room a bunch of times. There's going to be a Molitor as well, which I'm probably going to have to bait out here. And so I definitely don't want these guys firing at me when I've got a Molitor coming after me. Those guys are the most dangerous enemies in the game. Molotors can kill you instantly. Even if you have full health and armor, they can still kill you instantly. It's crazy how much damage they do. I'd say they're more threatening than the Cyber Demons from Doom because they can also dash at you. And they also have spread shots. So, imagine the Cyber Demon, but on crack. That's the Molitor. Alright, so we need to come through here. Now I'm trying to save my Dragon Claw ammo for more ideal situations. Like, I could use it right here, but it's not gonna... I guess I'll take these guys out faster, but I'd like to save it for much more dangerous sets of enemies. Like this right here, I can take my time. And you'll see exactly what I mean in literally just a minute. See, it doesn't take that long to take these guys out with my wand either. Hello! So this is where I want to use the Dragon Claw. That's it. Go ahead and quick save. Like I said, I'm going to be quick saving a lot in this playthrough. And a big part of that is just because if I do die, I don't want to have to backtrack a whole lot. I don't want to do a lot of repeat gameplay if I don't have to for you guys, because I know that can get boring. You guys watching me do the same section over and over again. And this is one of those sections where I'm probably going to be quick saving quite a bit just because I'm probably going to die. Let's try not to die, though. Dying is bad. But that's the Molitor. I'm going to come down here, try to take these guys out first. And this is also the part where we might end up using the chaos device, because if the Molitor comes down here and I'm in one of these cubbies... Actually, he's up top again. Be really careful with the Molitor, because his projectiles can go through... well... I should say that his ground fire, it's really weird. Like, if he was on the other side of this window, he could shoot it through this window, even though it's a ground projectile. Alright, so we're going to quick save here. This can be tricky. There's going to be a big skull thing, and we won't be able to raise this up without flipping a switch. So we want to kind of get right behind here. Tough section. We can actually hit these guys from over this window too. So I might as well do it without using ammo. These are some of the tricks you can take advantage of in Doom Engine games. So... if you're the kind of person that's having a hard time with games like this, just remember you can try to take advantage of little tricks like that. And that'll help you a lot. Good time to quick save again. And let's switch back over to the Phoenix staff. We do have some ammo again. Try to take out these guys up top here, because we're going to have to go into those cubby areas up top. And the Phoenix staff will just take these guys out the fastest. Assuming the auto aim wants to work. Alright, let's get out of here, because the Molitor is back up there. Oh, let's pick up some health. And there's the Molitor again. He's just gonna keep trolling us. So what I should do is try to bait the Molitor out here. Maybe even out here if it's possible. And if I really wanted to, I could just try to... Whew. See, that's the attack I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting him to do that. So even though he was down below, his attack went through these stairs and these platforms. Such a pain. Alright, well if we kill these guys up top, we might be able to make it into those cubbies without worrying about the Molitor. Fuck! This is the crap I'm talking about, guys. It's just, this guy is mega troll. Mega troll. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. Get out of here. See, there's a key over here that we need as well. And we're just gonna skip you guys, because I need to get out of here while my invincibility is still good. Blue door, blue door, blue door. Where's the blue? Oh, the blue door's outside. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chaos device. We just used it. See, that's why I mentioned earlier we might have to use the chaos device. The chaos device takes you right back to the very beginning. So, as you can see, guys, it doesn't look like it at first, but these levels get pretty tricky pretty quickly. I had to practice this episode multiple times on Twitch. The first time it took me like 4.5 hours to beat it. The second time it took me about 2.5 hours. So hopefully this time takes us about that or less. It's gonna be a Phoenix staff down here, and then some more ammo. Ooh, another chaos device. Not that I need it now. We're pretty much, I flipped the switch for the exit, so we're pretty much done. We just need to exit now. So we have to come back here. Question is, where's the Molitor? Oh, jeez, he's where I need to go. So there's actually a trick up here you can do. I don't know if now is a good idea to try it, but yeah, definitely not a good idea. But basically, you can actually see I'm on top of these barrels, and you can actually walk all the way across, and there's a mystic urn. Alright, peace out, Molitor. I'm gone. And that's the exit. What I should have done is actually used my my quartz flasks, because now I'm at you know what? Let's go ahead and do this one more time. So the Molitor is there. We're going to do exactly what we did before. It's the great thing about PC gaming from this time period is being able to do things like this, where you can be like, ah, you know, I could do that section a little bit better. Remember that in Heretic, you can't take more than one item with you at a time into the next level. So it's like, I might as well use these quartz flasks and then exit. So now I start this level with full health instead of, I had like 51 health before. So it just makes sense, you know? So there's a little bit of a trick here as well. Oops. I'm gonna reload that. I messed up. Alright, let's just take these guys out first. I totally forgot about all these mummies. So a very dangerous level to start on. There aren't many levels in this game, except for on episode 5, where when you start, there's just tons of enemies around you. Alright, so what I wanted to do is, you're gonna have some night looking dudes down here. And the whole point of it... Dude, really? That actually scared the crap out of me. It's like, what hit me? Okay. Any more up there? Any? Really? Heretic is a game that likes to troll you badly. Use that quartz flask. I actually should have just used the mystic urn. So what I'm trying to do is take out these guys. This is sort of like a secret area. Just let that elevator go back up and then do it again. And as you can see, we've got enemies out there. And the thing is, I have to go to this section on the other side of this gate. So if I can take these guys out, it'll make my life a hell of a lot easier. The Phoenix Staff is also one of those weapons you might as well use as you play. I have a tendency of not using my rocket-based weapons, or weapons that act as rocket launchers, you know? But you might as well use them. They give you ammo, and it'll help you to take out rooms a little bit quicker, in many cases. And you can kill a lot of enemies in one hit, and that's always a good thing. And as you can see, this is the room I was talking about. We actually have to fall down. It's kind of a weird scenario. You have to fall down, wait for these platforms to come up, and then run across like this. And then our key comes down. That's also going to make some wizards appear. And we can come back here as well if we want to. There's going to be some more enemies up top. We're not going to worry about... Whoa, yeah, we're going to worry about them. Alright, so this is going to be a really tricky section here. Actually, it's not going to be that tricky. It can be really tricky if you do it wrong. We're not going to do it wrong. We're going to do it right. And what I'll do is I'll quick save just to show you. I mean, I'm going to quick save anyway, actually, but... so first off, don't touch that throne up there. I'm assuming it's a throne. Just don't do it. But you can come through here. No, I need to open that first. You can come through here, and this is a secret. Get a couple of items. There's a map right here. And then you can basically go through each of those teleporters, which takes you up top for some goodies. Health pickups and whatnot, all that good stuff. Got a flame orb. And that's it. Alright, so we need to come through here. A good spot to quick save. And I'm going to try to take these guys out first. Big reason is that the walls are going to come down and reveal a couple of other sets of them, which makes it more difficult. See? Just like that. See, this is where the Phoenix Staff really comes in handy if you use it in situations like this. So we got our key. That lowers that wall. And now we can exit. But here's the part I was talking about where the game tries to troll you. If you walk and get this staff... Hey, look, a Molitor. Great. Exactly what I needed. Not really. So on this section right here, what we'd like to do is, I'm going to use a Tome of Power. I'm going to get the Morph Ovum out, because I haven't really used it yet. Waiting for that tornado to go away. Let's go ahead and use our Mystic Urn. Alright, tornado, you're lasting too long. Can you go away, please? Can you please go away? Come on, tornado. Do the Let's Play world a favor and go away. Yeah, one of the things I don't like about those tornadoes is they literally just sit there for forever. And it's not that it's really hard, it's that it holds you up. It's like, you're halting my progress. Get some power-ups here. We're actually getting close to the end of this level. And this next section is another one where we can literally just sit behind the columns. Alright, I don't trust this part. I'm going to go back through here and try to see if I left some enemies behind. I can hear them. I just can't see them. I just don't want them to follow me. I don't think these guys are going to follow me, but just in case. Hey, might as well pick up some power-ups while we're at it, right? Did I seriously just telefragged them. Look at that. That happens very rarely in Heretic. You don't telefrag guys very often in this game. Hey, good power-ups though. I just got a bunch of Phoenix orbs. So, I'll be happy with that. It's cool they're registering those as secrets. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. What the fucking... Pardon my French. Okay, this isn't very good. This isn't very good at all. I hadn't planned for that. I'll admit. I'm a little scared now. Oh, jeez, there he is. Yeah, this is kind of bad, actually. Like, really bad. Yeah, I was not planning for a Molitor to chase me down like this. Yeah, of course he just goes right through the door like it's nothing. Oh, jeez. I really don't want to do this, guys. I really don't want to do this. Oh. Oh, this sucks so bad. I don't want to do this at all. Where is he? You know what? Crap, I saved over my file. That was part of the problem, is I just wanted to demonstrate it to you. I didn't want to actually activate the Molitor. That was my fault completely. I'm an idiot. Totally my fault. This could have been avoided completely. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just try to bolt through the, bolt through this section as quickly as possible. Alright, get back out here, dude. Look at that! It literally dissipated, and I just touched the very edge of it as it was disappearing, and I still died in one hit. Like, it's an insanely powerful attack. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use this, and I'm going to also use that, and use this, and hopefully GTFO. Oh my god, it's... Oh, this is horrible, man. Absolutely horrible, Austin. Why did you do this? This is going to really hold us up now, and that's the thing I want the least, is to be held up in a Let's Play like this. I can't think of any other way to do this right now with that Molitor. There's no easy way to kill him, because this is... You can see how everything's just really close-quartered in this level. Alright, this is all because that Molitor is there. So what I was gonna do is just open this door, sit behind one of these columns like this, and be like doo 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 doo. But the problem is the Molitor is gonna come through the door and kill me. It's really just a matter of time, it seems. Unless he was stupid and got caught up on something. Nope, there he is. One of the other issues with this room in particular is there's also like a gust of wind, which makes things a little tricky. Makes it harder to move around. There's the Molitor. And I still died. Oh my god, now I'm just completely out of the loop. Completely out of my rhythm now. Yeah, the Molitor followed me out here pretty quickly this time. See, the crappy thing about this is that it's gonna turn a 2-hour Let's Play into a 2-hour and 30-minute Let's Play, or 2-hour and 45-minute Let's Play. That's what I don't want. It takes me forever to export these Heretic Let's Plays. The last one that was like 2.5 hours long, I think took like 14 hours to export. So just FYI, guys, it doesn't seem like a whole lot goes into these Let's Plays, but there's a lot more time that goes on in the background. My computer's not that great, and rendering a video at 720p, 60 frames a second for 2.5 hours takes a really, really long time on my computer. My hardware's out of date. So not only do I have to practice for these videos, like I've clocked 6.5 hours on this episode alone, not counting this recording session. So after the recording's all said and done, I've actually been playing this episode for about 8.5, 9 hours just for this one video. So it just aggravates me though that I run into a roadblock like this. Because, for one, like, the first half of this Let's Play was just so smooth. Like, it was really solid. And then I make a stupid mistake like this, and I get stuck. And not only does it make the Let's Play go longer, not only does your interest wane, but it takes longer for my goddamn video to export. Like, every half an hour I add is extra hours of exporting time. All this time I spend here is making the export time longer and longer. So that's not the core reason why I like my Let's Plays to be, you know, relatively brisk. But in the cases of Let's Plays where the playthroughs are hours long, you know, multiple hours, not just 1 hour, but 2, 3+ hours, there's more factors that go into why I want a Let's Play to be relatively short, or shorter. Not shorter, but I don't even know what I'm saying now. All because of that stupid ass Molitor. It's really crazy what a single enemy, like what kind of difference a single enemy will make running around in this game. I forgot there's a gust of wind, so I can't use that weapon. You can't really use projectile weapons when you've got this gust of wind. See, you can see my arrows were like, see, they're curving over to the left. They're not supposed to do that. Alright, we're saving it. Definitely saving it. All because of a stupid single enemy. And there's some design choices I really don't like in this game. Like this whole gust of wind. Why is there one here? Like, we're walled in. Like, it makes no actual sense. I can kind of understand it on, like, the bridge level, the final level of episode 4, right? But here, like, why? The game's already hard enough as it is. Like, it doesn't need to be made any more difficult. It just makes it annoying at this point. And annoying doesn't engage the player. It pisses the player off, especially in situations where you got a goddamn Molitor chasing you. I digress. Really makes me wonder what went through the minds of some of these developers back in the day. Like, why they didn't axe some of these gameplay elements. Okay, there we go. Now I can stop complaining. By the way, this level's not a whole lot better. This level... I mean, this whole episode is... It can be brutal. Like, I did not have any fun at all playing this episode the first time I ran through it. I did not have fun at all. Especially after, like, the 3-hour mark. I was still playing. I was like, really? I was like, I can beat Ultimate Doom in 3 hours. Like, the entire game, yet I can't get through 8 levels of Heretic in the same amount of time. I really feel Heretic is the kind of game, like, as much as I like it, it can overstay its welcome. And I don't think the game becomes really fun until you get good at it and really familiar with all the episodes. It is just a pain to learn. It's frustrating. Enemies take a lot longer to kill than in Doom. So I had to come up here because of this yellow key, and I can't seem to grab it. There we go. And I want to actually come back up, get this backpack. So this part down here, I have a tendency of just running around and trying to kill all the enemies. Just do lots of circle strafing and whatnot. Now, one of the things about the Phoenix Staff is you might be saying, well, why don't you use your Phoenix Staff? You'll kill those guys a lot faster. Well, the problem with the Phoenix Staff is for these guys that are translucent, transparent, the Phoenix Staff just goes right through them. So yet another design choice I'm not a big fan of. I think it just makes the game more of a nuisance. Makes the enemies more of a nuisance to deal with. The game less fun as a result. For one, they're harder to see, and a lot of times they're placed in dark rooms. It's one thing to have like the Spectre in Doom, right? The Spectres aren't just transparent in Doom. They have like a really cool like wavy effect. These guys are just literally transparent, and with the dim lighting, it's really, really hard to see them. And they'll catch you off guard in dark rooms. And it's annoying. It's just very, very annoying. But then to have the added gameplay element of your Phoenix Staff projectiles just going straight through them, you just think to yourself, like, why? Heretic is already difficult. It's a very, very difficult game. Oh, those guys are up there. I forgot. Very, very difficult game. There are definitely some gameplay design elements in this game I just felt, or still feel, were and are extremely unnecessary. I'm digressing pretty hard right now, but this is what happens when I usually stream on Twitch. If I encounter a really frustrating part like that last level where the Molitor was chasing me and I just had to reload over and over and over again, I get frustrated. I start taking my anger out in the form of bitching about the game I'm playing. And I am hardcore bitching about Heretic right now. Heretic deserves it, though. It's one of those games that can be extremely frustrating. Like, as good as it looks, as good as it plays, as cool as it is, it can be a pain in the ass all the same. At the same time. Alright. Come on, guys. Can you die already? Please, so I can get on with my life. Let me get on with my life! Alright, we're going to try it this way. I'm going to get up here. Take this guy out this way. It's really hard to deal with the other sections of this level when you're outside, when those guys are up top firing at you. It wouldn't be so bad if they just fired at you normally, but their projectiles curve towards you. They have these slight homing properties, so it makes it extremely frustrating. Alright, so I'm going to come down into here first. Oh, geez, I forgot about those guys. And alright, I guess I'm gonna come in here. I think we probably have to flip that switch. Alright, so I'm not going to flip that switch. What that switch does is it... Actually, I can't flip it. I'm just not going to go over there. If I go and grab that staff, the wall comes down and two of the skull guys come out. And that's no fun at all. And it's not really worth going up there anyway, because there's not really anything there to get. So I'm going to see if I can use the Phoenix staff. I don't know if these guys are invisible or not. Yep, they are. Look at that. See, the Phoenix staff just goes right through them. I think they might actually still get hurt by the blast damage, but if they're not against the wall when the Phoenix staff explodes, then it's just wasted completely. So I just wanted to come up here because I knew there was health and so forth. But we're going to have to come back down. We're going to have to eventually go back up because that's where the green door is. I'm going to pick up some of this ammo since I've used it. Let's go ahead and use a torch, get some health back, and let's get this Tome of Power ready. Flip that switch. We're going to need to come through. Let's go ahead and just use that tome of power. Why not? There's going to be switches on both sides here, which haven't opened yet, apparently. There's this switch right there, which reveals some of these guys. Blow them up. What I'm going to do is try to take all these mummies out first. Oops, too late. I was trying to take out all the mummies first before triggering the Axe Knights. So we're going to try that again. There's also another step to this, as these open up, revealing more mummies. Now we're going to eventually go into those caged areas. There's, oops, some secrets. Really good secrets. There's an invincibility power-up inside one of them. I'm trying to take all these guys out first, before I teleport over there. We can flip these switches. Oh, there's a chaos device. And there's our invincibility. It's funny they call it the ring of invincibility, but it doesn't really look much like a ring. It looks more like a face. Oh, I guess it is a ring when you look at it closely. I've always thought of it as like a mask, because when you have it, you know, as a small icon. Oh, I see. It does look like a ring. I always thought the blue part was like the mouth, and the black part was like an eye. Wow. All this time. Okay. So now we've got the green key, we can go back and get on with our life. Now we're actually getting close to the end of this level. We don't have a whole lot more to do. There's still a bunch of enemies, but if I recall correctly, there's not a lot left in terms of like level exploration. Alright. Slowly making progress. Just trying to make sure I've got everything here that I need. Alright, so we got some Wings of Wrath, which can... I don't know if they're really going to help me right now. Actually, they probably... Nah, they're probably not going to help me that much, but we're going to go ahead and use them anyway. So one of those teleporters that was there will take me back to the very beginning, which is where the blue door is. But the Wings of Wrath can get you up top here, which reveals some power-ups. And some ammo. And this is our last section. This is where I'm going to use my invincibility. But first I'm going to try to take these guys out. Just to have less enemies here to deal with. The less enemies I have to deal with, like, that are basically just nuisances, the more I can focus on the enemies that can actually kill me. I mean, any enemy can technically actually kill you, but there are some enemies that are more likely to do it than others, especially when they're in greater numbers. So I just activated that skull guy. These mummies are usually in small, you know, thin corridors like this, small enclosed areas. These guys are really easy to take out one-on-one like this, but the mummies are the worst in big open areas when there's a lot of them. They can kill you very, very quickly thanks to their projectiles. their homing projectiles. Alright, so what we're going to do is use our invincibility. Use a book, Tome of Power. We're going to also use a torch, just so I can freaking see. And let's do this. So invincibility's gone, but that's mainly why I wanted to use it. There was a lot of the wizard guys. And these switches should pretty much reveal the exit for me, and then that's it. Yep, there it is, and we are done. Oh, not this level. There's two more. I think there's... Yeah, we're on map 6. There's two more main levels. This level and then the one that comes after. So we've still got a ways to go. Remember that in Heretic, these levels can take a really long time. So just because you've only got two more levels to go doesn't mean you're not going to be spending 20 or 30 minutes on each. Or even if you don't, it's probably still going to feel like 20 or 30 minutes. You know, we might actually be able to get through this level relatively quickly. I did play it last night. I did practice this on stream on Twitch to continue to familiarize myself with this episode, specifically to do this Let's Play. And I literally just played this episode like 12 hours ago, so prior to recording this one, so I should be able to get through this level without too much trouble. So these skull walls you see, you have to actually shoot them open, which is kind of interesting. There's not that many walls in this game that have to be shot open. And by flipping these switches, we can actually open up... wrong switches, apparently. But let's shoot that wall and open it. So some of these walls are going to open up just for some secret items. We have to shoot that wall open. Phoenix Staff for the win. Let's kill these guys quickly. It's what it's good for. Invincibility power up, which is good. One of the best power-ups in the game. And yep. So now that we've gone into that room, flip that switch, this area opens up on both sides for some more power-ups. Morph Ovum, which is a good power-up. And then this one should be opened up too. In Heretic, it's really good knowing where the secret areas are, or at least some of them, because they usually have pretty decent power-ups. Alright, let's go back. So what I need to do is come here, which reveals these other platforms. I need to come up here and flip a switch in here. Let's pick up some of these power-ups. Some ammo. Flipping that switch revealed this key, which I need to obviously go through these doors. There's actually 2 yellow doors. Now, I don't believe this area down here is mandatory, but we're going to go anyway. And if we are going to go down here, we definitely want to use a torch, because it's really, really dark. I'm going to use a tome with power anyway. Why not? I think we might get another one in this level. Yeah, no switch. So we're going to go to the other yellow door. And for this part, we actually need to open this. This has actually a pretty important switch in it. Unfortunately, it's another one of those switches that's inside what's basically a secret. So it's not that obvious that you need to access it. But what that switch does is should make another switch appear, which will raise this stairwell. We're actually making pretty good progress on this level. So flipping that hidden switch reveals this switch. Hey, more ammo. And some more health. And with that, we can now go up here. Alright, so there's a bunch of switches here, and they all do different things. And one of them, right, I think it's this one. No, not that one. This one lowers a platform right here, which takes us out to here. And I'm going to switch over to the Phoenix staff to take these guys out quickly. There's going to be a bunch of guys. Alright, so this is where we're going to use one of our invincibility power-ups. Flip this switch, it lowers... No, it's this switch lowers a platform here. Shoot. I didn't expect those guys to spawn in quite yet. See this, that plan just completely backfired on me, unfortunately. Alright, I think he's dead. Yeah, totally backfired on me. Alright, so now we've got the green key, we can go to the green doors. Which there are 2 of. They both lead to the same place. So that's a switch, which lowers these elevators. Flipping that switch raises this staircase, which is going to reveal another skull guy, which we can probably just avoid. Let's just avoid it. Because that gave us our blue key, which lets us go through here, and I just skipped that guy too. Save a little bit of time. So that actually wasn't too bad. It was only like 13 and a half minutes for that level. So this is our final actual level where we have to actually play and shoot lots of guys. The next level, the actual final stage, or I should say the real final stage, the final stage, is just kind of like a, I wouldn't really say a boss rush. They make you fight like 10 Molotovs at the same time. So it's a little intense, but we shouldn't really have any trouble with it. They give you a lot of power-ups on it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is normally I would just run around here and just try to take these guys out, but I'm just going to kind of skip them. Unless I need to kill them. So, there's a yellow key. So to get the green key, we have to flip a couple switches, which raises some staircases for us. And then there's this little, like, well or pondish area. I don't even know what you call it. That's going to have the green key inside of it. The green key is right here. So we have to basically go to the top and then jump down to get the green key. They definitely were not trying to make it easy on us for this last real level. I'm running out of a lot of my ammo. We should be able to recoup some of it by coming outside. Now we are going to have to come back through here. I think this is where we get the blue key. And then we are going to eventually end up top to get another secret. Well, it looks like at this rate we might beat the game around the 2-hour mark or the 2-hour and 10 mark, assuming we don't die too much from here on out, and have to redo a lot of sections. Alright, I need to go grab my phone for a second. I will be right back. I just heard a eBay notification on my phone. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that auction. An auction with no bids. It's ending in it's ending in a couple of minutes, and I want to get a bid in on at least. So we'll see if I win it. I've been doing a lot of big box PC game collecting lately. And so the game I've got on bid is the 11th Hour for the PC. Not a great game, but there's a little bit of nostalgia tied up, personal nostalgia tied up with it, so it's a game I wouldn't mind having in the collection, along with the other big box games I have. I've been buying mostly 90s first-person shooters, which are the games I've played the most in the 90s when it comes to, you know, like Heretic, Hexen, Doom, stuff like that, Corridor 7, Wolfenstein, Blood, Duke Nukem 3D, Shadow Warrior, all that stuff. But there's a bunch of other games too that I played a lot of, like The Seventh Guest and you know, some other popular games like that. Alright, so we're going to need to come down. We're going to go ahead and use a Tome of Power and do the old quick save. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tome of Power again. We can also use a torch. Your little wand actually isn't half bad when you're using the Tome of Power. As you can see, it's got these nice spread shots. Alright, let's fall down here, get that green key. And then go right back. Oops. I'd like to come down here as quick as possible while I still got that tome of power active. Actually, it's going away now. And it's gone. I definitely want to finish this area down here while I still have some light, because normally this area is like pitch black. So this area up here is actually a little confusing, and I'll sort of explain it in just a minute once I get settled down, take out some of these enemies. I think I got outbid. Oh, I didn't. It just says that the item's ending in 10 minutes. I got the initial notification saying the item was ending in 15 minutes, so now it's ending in 10 minutes. Okay, so like I was saying, this part is a little confusing. So you need to flip this switch, and what this does is I think that switch, yeah, lowers this door. So now you have to come in here. And I actually got lost. I was like running around in circles. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? But you're actually supposed to come into this area. And it's just not obvious when you first... Oops. Turn auto run off. You need to shoot that door too to open it, or that wall. Not really a door per se. Had to quickly use some of those potions. My health was dangerously low. Okay, so flipping that switch was important because that lowered the gate down underneath us. Just gonna take these guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and use these Wings of Wrath. I love the power-up names in this game. Definitely one thing I can give the developers credit for. There's some cool nameage in this game. Some cool naming conventions. So there's also actually a secret down here. If we open this... Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually come back up. I actually left a Mystic Urn behind, which, you know, will refill my health completely, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And then use it before we go to that next level. You have to kind of like walk around here. You can't actually get through here. So you have to... You notice like you have a little bit of space to walk around these pillars. But we've got the blue key now, so we can just open up the blue door and get to the exit. Some armor here. We need to wait for this wall to come down. Probably not a bad time to use the invincibility. Alright, so we're going to use the some of our flasks. And I guess that's really all there is. And now we're on to the actual last stage. The Field of Judgment. So overall, we've made decent progress. Better progress than I made last night. This would have been an under 2 hour long Let's Play. Had I not gotten screwed on one of the prior levels. With messing up by activating a Molitor when I didn't actually mean to. I just wanted to demonstrate it and then reload my game, but I totally forgot and I overwrote my save file on the fly, which set us back by like 20 or 30 minutes at least, which is a bit of a shame. So I apologize for this Let's Play going on so long. I definitely should have been able to do it better, but it, you know, regardless, it is still a good example of, you know, what one of you guys could end up getting stuck doing over and over again if you run into the same situation when you play the game. Alright, so that's everything. What we have to do here is activate our Wings of Wrath and then fly over that symbol, or fly between it. Let's go ahead and access the Wings of Wrath. You know, it's interesting, it actually let me carry... Okay, never mind. Alright, so we basically fly underneath. And we've got lots of Molotors now. Fun times. I'm just going to keep flying up for a little bit. And then drop back down. Basically, all I'm going to do is just constantly circle strafe like this. It's really all you need to do in this section. And just try not to get hit. Especially by their ground fire. The ground fire is what really hurts you. The spread shot isn't too bad, actually. But it's the ground fire is just extremely damaging. So this fight takes a little bit of time, mainly just because Molotors take a little bit of time to kill. And then when you've got, like, is it 10 of them? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it looks like it's 8 Molotors. I don't think there's 10. It's kind of hard to tell, especially when you're circle strafing. A little difficult to count groups of enemies when you're circle strafing around them. And they constantly overlap with each other. Alright, so let's go ahead and use a Tome of Power. Let's go ahead and use the invincibility while we're at it. Switch over to this weapon. is actually a good time to pick up more ammo and stuff like that. Like another tone with power. So I don't really want to get terribly close to these guys. If I can just stay back from a distance and attack them, then that's fine. You notice they're all huddled up in that center area. Well, that's where all my Phoenix orbs are. I'm not too worried about it. I've got a lot of other ammo. We just killed one. Two more just died. It's another one. That's it. And we have just beaten Heretic completely. Oh, wow. And I won a complete in-box 7th guest sequel, 11th hour, for about $8 after shipping. Well, yes, I will pay 99 cents and $6.85 for shipping. So there you have it, guys. Episode 5 of Heretic. Another full playthrough. Knocked off the old list. The only issue is this this playthrough is probably the one that required the most practice out of all the Let's Plays I've ever done. It probably doesn't seem like it, but these episodes are long. Like, every episode has taken me at least 2 hours to beat. It's taken me probably 4 to 6 hours to practice each episode, which amounts for a a really long set of practice time and just time required to put these Let's Plays together. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this Heretic Let's Play series. I might eventually go back and re-record episode 1 just to have it matching episodes 2 through 5 in terms of like the resolution and frame rate and stuff like that. But for now, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Heretic Let's Play series. Several of you guys have requested Hexen and asked me if I'm going to do Hexen as well. And if you're still watching this at this point, I really don't know if I'm going to be able to do Hexen anytime soon. Hexen is technically the first follow-up to Heretic. It's called Hexen Beyond Heretic. And it takes place in the same universe, same storyline, yada yada yada. But Hexen is a non-linear game. You have hubs, and the hubs are non-linear. You have like multiple levels per hub. You got to go to one area, then go back to your hub, then go to another area, go back to your hub, then go back to an area you've already gone to flip another switch and get another item. Or it gets confusing, it gets really tough, and I haven't beaten Hexen in like 15 years or longer. So it's one of those games that it's going to take me a lot longer to practice. Like, I'm really familiar with the very beginning of the game, the first hub, but after that, I have no idea what I'm doing. So Hexen probably is not going to happen anytime soon, for those of you guys that want me to do it. You just have to keep in mind that games like these aren't quick pick up and play Let's Plays. Like, it's not like playing Ninja Gaiden for me or Contra on the NES, where I can 15 minutes later have, you know, crap out a video. Like, these videos take a long time to prepare for. There's not really any fancy editing I'm doing. I'm not doing any fancy editing. I'm just using an existing template, but it's just the time commitment required is the big issue. If there was all the time in the world, I would love to dedicate dozens of hours to these longer games, but Heretic alone, in the last couple of weeks, I've spent 20 plus hours playing the game. I spent a good 8 hours just recording the Let's Play, maybe 10 hours combined, you know, 2 hours per episode. That's not counting the other 10 plus hours of practice time, and between all 5 episodes, and then the, oh god, the export time because my computer sucks. So Hexen, the point of that whole ramble was that Hexen probably is not going to happen anytime soon. We're also wrapping up September. Actually, we're not wrapping up September. We're actually just in the very beginning of September. But by the time you guys see this, we might be halfway through September, maybe even later. But we're nearing October, and I do have some horror-themed Let's Plays I want to do for this October. I didn't really do any last October or the previous October, so I want to try to make up for that and do a bunch of horror-themed Let's Plays this October for you guys. So, but yeah. I hope that explains things, and I hope that makes sense for you guys out there requesting a Hexen Let's Play. It might eventually happen. I just need to play it on Twitch, and I need to practice it, basically. I need to go through the game once and see if it's something that I feel like I'm comfortable with doing in 1 or 2 or 3 sittings or something like that. So we'll see what happens. But right now, don't expect Hexen anytime soon. And don't ever expect Hexen 2, especially. And don't ever expect Heretic 2. I've never actually played it. But this has been Heretic Shadow of the Serpent Riders, though. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. For those of you guys that just stumbled upon this, I've got a lot of other like Doomage and Let's Plays as well, like Doom 2, stuff like that. There's going to be more to come in the future for sure. So, alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As usual, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Got a lot of Let's Plays on here, and many more to come. For everybody else that's already subbed, thanks as usual. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for your continued support. I will see you guys soon, and until then, take it easy.